Hi, David here from One Up Gaming. Quick intro. If you want this Evercade cartridge, please subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and leave a comment on any video on our YouTube channel. Just say Evercade. This is the Interplay Collection 2, so you get Claymates, Earthworm Jim 2, Clay Fighter 2, Prehistoric Man, Rad Gravity, and the Brainings. Yeah, that's all you need to do. Thank you. On with the show.
Hello Andy, this is Colin. I won't be able to get in tonight. I'm sweating like a pig. I'm sweating like a pig. I'm sweating like a pig. I'm sweating like a pig.
Hi, David here, One Up Gaming. Episode 321 of the One Up Gaming podcast. So thank you all for coming. If you're new, please subscribe. If you're not new, why are you back? It's shit. Anyway. Yeah, been doing this for a bloody long time. Thank you all for subscribing to the YouTube channel. The channel itself now has over 1,300 subscribers, which is amazing. And we've managed this in just over a year, which I don't put any money into advertising or anything. So for me, I think that's quite a good return on what we've been doing. But anyway, the website is where the reviews are basically on, is oneupgaming.co.uk. So please visit us out there. You can buy t-shirts and stuff. And I've just remembered, 2 seconds, I will just be 3, 2, 1. And we're back. I'm not going to say what happened, but let's just say that we had a wardrobe malfunction. Anyway, oneupgaming.co.uk. Please visit us. We're sponsored by Games Inspired Music. So please Google that. It's on Amazon, it's on Spotify, it's on everywhere. It's an album. It's quite cheap, and 20% of each sale will go to the Child's Play charity. And yeah, so with this being the month of Halloween, we will go on and talk about this week's games that we've been playing. So first of all, I had a quick go at Scorn. Now this is that weird alien looking freaky first person. I guess when I first saw it, it looked like a first person shooter with like weird, gory, very surreal art style, like a H.R. Geiger, is it? So very similar to like the Aliens-y sort of dark, gooey mess of a world, and it looked amazing. It's the problem for me, it's not a first person shooter, it's like a first person puzzle game, and it drops you in and it doesn't really tell you what you're doing and what's happening, and I don't like that sort of game. I like games where it's a clear point A, point B, fill the story and as you go in. For that reason, I just didn't get into this game. Looked amazing, but it just wasn't for me. So the next game, is it Visage? This one is another like first person sort of game, but this one I really enjoyed. It's one of those games where as you're walking through the world, things appear, things flicker, things fade in and out of the world, things change, and it's like it proper messes with your mental state as you're playing this game, and it's amazing. I love it so much. I believe it's cheap, or I believe it's on the Xbox Game Pass if you've got that service. And yeah, it's good, very dark, very gory, very flashy. It's an amazing little game. Next game, Alien Isolation. Now this one was made by the Creative Assembly, and it was like a bit of a departure for them when you think about it, because they do a lot of the Rome Total War sort of games and the Total Warhammer games, is it? Or is it Warhammer? I don't know. But they normally do like the turn-based action sort of like strategy games on PC. I think they had like one on the Xbox, where it was more of a real-time, you controlled the guy hitting things. I'm gonna completely forget what it is, and I have no idea. I'm just remembering things from 20 years ago. So if that's a thing, please leave comments. I'd like to know. Anyway, Alien Isolation. The concept is good. The setup is good. I played it when it first came out, and there was that many bugs in the game. I got like 10 minutes into the game, you're first talking to the robot doctor person, I think he's an android.
Shut the book.
And
Ripley.
you're meant to discuss with him, then go wake up the other people, go find someone else. And as I was talking to him, he like froze in animation. And I walked out of the room, walked back and see if I could reset it, and it just wouldn't do out, it just froze. And for that reason, I just don't like the game. I just got really annoyed with it, never came back to it. I've had a quick go on it now, just to get this video up on the YouTube channel, which is again, One Up Gaming. And I can see it's a decent game. It's not a great game, but it's decent. Very atmospheric, very world building, and I like that sort of thing. So, I mean, if I gave it a proper chance, I might really enjoy it, but I don't know. Next game, Dead Island. So this one, as people might remember, had that amazing teaser trailer for it. Like, it's all backwards, slow motion, really nice music. I'll find that trailer now. For it, and I'll play that in the background instead of gameplay, because I think it's amazing. I actually really enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't like it because it wasn't like the trailer. It wasn't somber and slow, and it was just like an action, first person, hit anything that moves sort of game. And I enjoyed it. So the next game, after that amazing trailer, the next game, Silent Hill, on the PS1. Was this in 1999 this came out? 1998? Something like that. And I couldn't really remember the game, but when I went back to it to play for this little video section, it's probably the best Silent Hill game they've ever made. It was really good. You know, even with the graphical artifacts and problems that they had, that's where the massive fog sort of thing came from, because the PlayStation couldn't display the full world, so you had to bring the fog right in to hide all the pop-up. But it played really well. I was really shocked at how good it was. The next game, Devil's Crush. Now this one is, I believe it's the sequel to another game, but it's like a pinball game with, again, like alien sort of bits on the pinball table. Things are alive and you're moving around, and it's just a pinball game with a little bit of style. Nothing amazing, nothing great. Fun little game. Next games, I'll say these two in two. Dino Crisis 1 and 2. And I believe, I might get them wrong, but I believe the original Dino Crisis really got pushed out there to try and go well beyond what the Resident Evil sort of games were. Because I believe it's like a full 3D world background and stuff, instead of the flat 2D sort of backgrounds and your little 3D character moving around. And it might have been a little bit too much for the PlayStation, or it might have cost a lot of money, because the game was really good, fun little game. And then when Dino Crisis 2 came about, they stripped it all back. It stopped being a survival horror game, more of an action game. The 3D backgrounds changed and went back to 2D. So I don't know if it was just because they wanted the game out quick and the game out fast, and they had to change back to how it was. But both games are really good. On the original PlayStation, they're really good little games. I've had two games that I'll be reviewing soon. One is 41 Hours, and this one, it's like an android doesn't go back to decommission or something stupid. I've only played once just to see what it was about. and you have 41 hours before that android self-terminates. So you have to try and get into the facility or whatever and try and stop the things from happening. So we'll see what that's about later. And the last game that we played this week, got an itch in my thigh. Or is it my calf? No, it's my hamstring. That's my hamstring, isn't it there? Anyway, sorry about that. Dynabomb 2. Now, I accepted this game because I thought it'd be like a cheap copy of Dynablaster, which was like the UK name originally of like Bomberman. Or it was like, there was a Dynablaster, very similar game to the Bomberman series. I don't know if it was the same developers, or if it was just someone making a knockoff game. I don't know, but I remember Dynablaster being really fun when I was a kid. So I thought, yeah, I'll review that. Got the game. It's a Mario-esque 2D platform game. It looks like a Flash sort of game, so the graphics are very sharp and very weird. And it looks very simple, very cheap, very mobile-esque. And you jump, you can lob bombs at enemies, and you can hover with a little hover. A jetpack, that's the word I was looking for. So far, it's just your standard, basic, cheap platform game. Nothing amazing, nothing great, it's just a game. And the... As always, we have the Evercade. I've got wrote on here that we've got the Chaos Engine and the Xeon 2, or Xenon 2, that's we're playing this week on the Evercade. Star Trek Online, I think I missed this week's Star Trek Online because my Xbox was down. The worst game ever sort of series this week is SNK vs Capcom Chaos. So I think it's just like SVC Chaos, which is like a 2D fighting game that Capcom, no it weren't, that SNK made. And it's like it's the same as like when Capcom did the Capcom vs SNK. That was the one made by Capcom. And then this is the SNK version, so it's the SNK engine, SNK sprites, and they put the Street Fighter characters into their world. Now, I will make note that SVC Chaos is maybe like the 5th variation or the update of the game. And by this time, they got it really good. It was really a fun little game. But when the game first came out and the first couple of updates, it was bad. It was a really bad little game. The last game sort of thing that we do is on a Thursday, and that's the Ridge Racer 6. So we play Ridge Racer 6. And that is what we do every week. Podcast on a Friday. And yeah, so please subscribe, watch the YouTube videos, and comment on them. And we'll be back after this quick break with this week's news. Hi, David still here, One Up Gaming, the One Up Gaming Podcast, episode 321. And we're just going to do this week's news. I couldn't find that much news really that made me proper thing. Oh, that's a good bit of news. So, just some simple little bits that we're going to do. So, first of all, DC is reportedly keen to make Man of Steel 2 with Henry Cavill. Cavill? I always thought it was Carvel. I don't know. It's spelled Cavill. Anyway, Superman's future in the DCEU is in flux as multiple creators try to control the path ahead. James Gunn is secretly working on another DC movie. Intense desire to see Cavill don the red cape once again in the fact the project that would essentially be Man of Steel 2 is reportedly in search of writers. So, yeah. What do you guys think of the DCEU? I'm sick of all this shitty fucking extended universe crap. Make movies, just make bloody movies, I don't care. But yeah, what do you guys think? Henry Cavill as the Superman? I think he was a really good one. And what do you guys think of this week's movie coming out, which will be Black Adam? Anyway, because that could be quite fun, Black Adam and Superman fighting. But anyway, we don't know, do we? I know I've mentioned it just then, but it looks as though there was another bit of news on the sites. And it's saying that James Gunn is secretly working on another DC movie. So the Suicide Squad director, which I thought the Suicide Squad, the new one from last year, was amazing. I loved it so much. And then I also loved the Peacemaker TV series. I thought that was amazing as well. So it looks as though he's not quite done with DC. So he's focusing at the minute on the second season of Peacemaker, but he will eventually take on another DC property. Whether or not that's the new Suicide Squad remains to be seen. DC definitely in play. Unfortunately, it's no blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Do you think James Gunn is good for the DC sort of world? Or do you reckon he should have just stuck with Marvel? Now, I honestly just don't care. If you can make good movies, make good movies. Next up, Bayonetta voice actor reportedly offered at least $15,000 for the role, contrary to claims. So this would have been a significant increase of what she made in Bayonetta 2. Basically, from what I can gather, it looked as though the voice actor Helena Taylor was offered at least $15,000 to reprise her role in the forthcoming sequel, contrary to her claims that she was only offered $4,000 to play the lead. Platinum attempted to hire Taylor for 5 sessions lasting 4 hours apiece, each of which would have been between $3,000 and $4,000 according to VGC. This would have been a significant increase in Taylor's fee from the second game. According to the report, Taylor rejected these terms, asking for a 6-figure sum in residuals instead. After lengthy negotiations, Platinum hired Jennifer Hale to take on the role. So I don't know what's going on. It looks as though either she was offered the money and she said no because she thought she was above that. The thing I will say is, no offense to anyone that loves Bayonetta, because I think Bayonetta was an amazing game. It's just not AAA sort of tier. They can't expect, like, say, the monies that like a Call of Duty offers, because it's just not gonna sell that well. And I believe, is it still a Nintendo Switch exclusive? which I know the Nintendo Switch is massive, but it's massive for Nintendo properties. I just don't think it'll sell that well. So, anyway, Silent Hill. I maybe should have done the update because I just saw the news. Anyway, I'll just keep it to this because I just want to get this video shot and done and edited and out. So Silent Hill, the last 10 years has really sucked for fans because they haven't really made a mainline game in the Silent Hill universe. But now, from what I remember, there's new games, new movies, all in production now. So basically there's a Silent Hill 2 remake announced. I think that's a PlayStation 5 console exclusive, timed exclusive, and PC. A new movie coming. I think there's like 3 or 4 other things happening at the same time. And they're all going to be appearing within the year. So they're all going to be scattered throughout that year. I think next year maybe. But I don't know how that's going to work. It's going to be like a weird trying to release like 5 different projects within a year. I know Konami don't really have that much anymore. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. So the next bit of news. Splinter Cell remake director leaves Ubisoft. David Grivell was with Ubisoft for more than 11 years. The director of Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell remake has left Ubisoft after more than 11 years. As reported by VGC, David Grivell announced that on LinkedIn that he'd be moving on to a new adventure following more than a decade with Ubisoft, including games like Assassin's Creed Unity, Far Cry 5, and most recently the Splinter Cell remake. It's unclear, blah 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 blah. It appears to be leaving on good terms, meaning that they likely have plans for his replacement, although the new director's not been announced yet. So yeah, so what do you guys think? Do you think this is going to delay the game a little bit more, even though it's not being announced really? They just sort of said that yes, they're making it, and it's going to be like a long time in the making. I'm not that bothered. The game will be here when it's here, and I'd like them just to make sure that they spend time and make the game properly. So the next bit of news that we've got, Harrison Ford joins the MCU as a Marvel villain. Welcome Han Solo to the MCU. Well, he's not Han Solo, he's fucking Harrison Ford, you idiots. Why do people not use the real names? It's like they play the actors, they play characters. Harrison Ford reportedly joined the MCU as General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. I have no idea what the hell any of those words mean. In Captain America: The New World Order, he'll of course star alongside the newly anointed. Captain America in Anthony Mackie for Captain America. So is Anthony Mackie the real name or is that his character name? I don't know anymore. For Captain America 4. Hashtag Captain America 4. The news of Harrison Ford joining as General Ross comes... Also, was William hurt him? Ah. Oh, I like the way they just add, jumping over from Marvel to DC, the Flash actor Ezra Miller is possibly facing 26 years in prison. I don't think he will. Yeah, so, I don't know, I'm just getting sick of everything being Marvel. It's just annoying. Anyway, it looks as though Mirror's Edge, Onrush, and loads of other older EA games are shutting their servers down. So Electronic Arts will shut down online servers for several games next year, including Mirror's Edge, NBA Jam on Fire Edition, which that's annoying because I believe that was a US exclusive. I really wanted to play that when it came out on the Xbox, but it wasn't available. Gatling Gears, no idea. Shank 2, I guess that was alright. What about Shank 1? First spotted by True Achievements the specific date for the server shutdown for these games is January the 9th, 2023. There are 2 achievements that will be affected by server closes in NBA Jam. Mirror's Edge, Gatling Gears, Shank 2 don't have any achievements online, so unlocking them after the shutdowns will be possible. EA is all shutting down. Right, so let's go. So, October the 20th, 2022, Army 2, the 40th day, Army 2, The Devil's Cartel, Dragon Age Origins, multiplayer screenshot server, no idea what that is. November the 9th, Command & Conquer Red Alert 3, Command & Conquer 3 Triberian Wars, Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath, Mercenaries 2 World in Flames, November 30th, Onrush, November 19th, Mirror's Edge, NBA Jam on Fire Edition, Gatling Gears, Shanker 2. I'm not that bothered. It's like, I know it's annoying, but if you wanted to play these games, you should have played them 10, 15 years ago when they were originally sort of out. So, the last bit of news I've got this week is Jason Voorhees actor Ted White dies, aged 96. White played Voorhees in the franchise's 4th installment. Friday the 13th, the final chapter, actor Ted White has died, aged 96. According to a horror historian, died peacefully in his sleep at his home. I just got hit with the news that my dear friend Ted White has passed away. He said, I was told he passed away peacefully in his sleep at home. I hate it when they do that. They tell you what it was, and then it goes back and sort of just repeats everything again. I've had the pleasure of knowing and working with him for the last close to 20 years. He was my adopted grandpa and hands down the best storyteller you could ever meet. Anyway, God bless. Sending love and thoughts to all your family and friends. I know what it's like to lose someone. And that, my friends, is this week's news. And I've sort of just completely forgot. We normally do the Games Press sort of top 40 charts. So we will talk about them now. Right. So, number 40, Stray. Just Dance 22, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Mario Strikers Battle League Football, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. 35 is Cyberpunk 2077, The Last of Us Part 1, Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, Lego Jurassic World, Spyro Reignited Trilogy, number 30, Luigi's Mansion 3, Super Mario Odyssey, Horizon Forbidden West, Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy The Definitive Edition, Red Dead Redemption 2, number 25 is Saints Row, NBA 2K23, The Legends of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Party Superstars, Lego Harry Potter Collection, Nickelodeon Kart Racers at number 20, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, F1 22, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, number 15, Gran Turismo 7, Call of Duty Vanguard, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Pokemon Shining Pearl, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Pokemon Legends Arceus at 10, at 9, No Man's Sky, number 8, number 8, Grand Theft Auto 5, number 7, Minecraft, number 6, Nier Automata Game of the Year Edition, no idea, number 5, Nintendo Switch Sports, number 4, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, number 3, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, number 2, Splatoon 3, and at number 1, still FIFA 23, and that is thanks to the Games Press website with the GFK Entertainment software chat, all formats. So thank you to them. And that is that. So we will just go. Thank you for watching. It's been me, David, One Up Gaming, episode 321 of the One Up Gaming podcast. Please go to our website, oneupgaming.co.uk. We are on Patreon, so please support us on Patreon, just patreon.com/OUG. We also are on, you can also buy these t-shirts on the oneupgaming.co.uk website, top right hand corner, it's got like online store, there's t-shirts, select the style that you like, click on it and you get more options of colours, and then you can get them. The games inspired music is available now. 20% of each sale will go to the Child's Play charity. We also have our first 100 podcasts available to buy from audiobooksontape.com, and with this one, £1 of each sale will go to the Diabetes UK. There is over 139 hours of the podcasts, 19 hours, well basically 20 hours of our interviews podcast, interview with Sanspans Radio for 25 minutes, and that is all published by us, One Up Gaming. So thank you for that. And if you want to buy this, you go online and buy it. If you want to receive this free, it's the Evercade cartridge Interplay Collection 2, Claymates, Earthworm Jim 2, Clay Fighter 2, Prehistoric Man, Rad Gravity, and the Brainings. And you just have to, any video that we've got on our YouTube channel, just subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then leave Evercade in any of the videos, and then we will get along and see if we can give this away to people. So please watch us on Twitter. No, watch us on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/OUGofficial. If you want to tweet us, it's at OUGofficial. And give us any questions, any comments, anything there. And if you want to email us any questions, anything, it's contact@oneupgaming.co.uk. If you're watching this, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like, share, all that kind of goodness, leave comments. And if you're listening to this, please subscribe to the podcast and leave any positive feedback on the iTunes and things like that. So that is it. Episode 321 of the One Up Gaming podcast. So thank you all for watching. It's been me, David, and we'll say goodbye and we'll see you next week.
Go baby, I love you, said I love you, never put nothing above you, won't let go once I can hug you on the floor. They hate because you let them know that you the ish. Now they hating not because you at the club and proving it, and so they choosing it too late cause now they using it. Can't wait from how you doing it, I know that they pursuing it. You will kindly tell them now my baby's here to watch me go, and for him I put on a show. You just blessed to be here, so my baby goes on, her body rolls on. I tell her hold on, we making love with clothes on. Been on it so long, I think we gotta go. Get my grown man on. You know that I love you, so just go, baby, go now. Go now, baby, go now. Go now, baby, go now. Baby, go now. Just go, baby, go now. Go now. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. Say I love when you go for me. 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 Say I love when you go for me.
I tell my baby go, but she's not even going though. It's the trust I have in her. Yeah, that's what do say to her. Yeah, I'm feeling kinda slick. I'm loving how I swim in it. No, I'm not taming her. The only one engraving it. Signed and still right from her lips. You need to know that she's my miss. Treat her like a treasure though. I never wanna let her go. I keep her right in front of me. My heart she will forever be. I do this so she'll never see. Life with me no misery. You deserve the world, my queen. Yeah, I'm back down on one knee. A boy to a man that you have seen. No matter who's wrong, it's you and me. I'm coming for you, baby, so we can stay happy. I'm trying to work so hard for you and me. Go, baby, go now. Go, baby, go. Baby, go. Go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go. Baby, go. Ha. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. Baby, go now. Just go, baby, go now. I love when you go for me. Go for me. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. Say I love when you go for me. When you go for me. Girl, you go for me. I love when you go for me. Say I love when you go for me. My baby's so bad, she can get it so glad that she loves me.
know that. I'ma hug it so sad. Say you looking so mad. Oh, you didn't know that. Next time you should check the ring. I know that one's a throwback. I know you see her flashing it, especially when she gets it low. I'm rubbing on and grabbing it. I tell my girl, go ahead and go. Baby, go now. Baby, go now. Go now. Baby, go now. Baby, go now. Baby, go now. Baby, go now. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. Say I love when you go for me. 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 Say I love when you go for me. Yo, go baby, go. Just go, baby, go now. Yeah, LGE, Saint and Conte, get it.
We got it. We got it. We got it.
Thank you. We're trying to get everybody on to it.